And we're going to start off with Tyler Warren, tight end out of Penn State, who caught up with Connor.
Tyler, you got to catch touchdowns this year, run for touchdowns, throw a touchdown. What's your favorite, and what's so special about having such a diverse role in an offense?
Yeah, I think. I don't know if I have a certain favorite, but really what I loved about it was, adding one more thing that a defense had to prepare for, and another wrinkle that could help out our offense. And for me, that's what it was about, right? Helping whatever role was going to be that week, doing it to the best of my ability, because I knew it was going to, help our offense and eventually help our team to reach their goals.
What's funny about all the box score stuff is you turn on the tape against, say, Illinois, right? Fourth quarter, you have a block on a touchdown run that essentially ends the game. I thought you were more excited on that after that block than I've seen you for your box score stats. What is so special to you about contributing in the run game in that way?
Yeah, I think, what I love about football is the team aspect of it, right? And when you have, 10 guys working to get one guy in the end zone, and that was, like you said, fourth down, that was kind of seal the game. Just the feeling that you get when you execute a play like that and kind of play for the guy next to you is what I really love about the game, and that's kind of, where that emotion came from in that moment.
If you could spend an hour training with an NFL player, past or present, doesn't have to be a guy still playing, could be a tight end, could be something else, who would it be?
So I was asked this question earlier, and I said George Kittle. So to switch it up, I might go Jeremy Shockey, because that was the tight end I saw in the summer. I actually started watching up a little bit on, and just the way he, his mentality running the ball and kind of the, going up and making contested catches is something I really like. So it was probably those two if I had to pick.
So you're one of the rare guys that got to see and practice against Abdul Carter every day. What was that experience like? Somebody that is that explosive?
Yeah, I dealt with him when he was 5 yards off the ball for
right.
a few years, and then he was right up, a yard away from each other. So he's a versatile player that can do a lot of different things on the defensive side of the ball. But you saw what he's capable of this year, and his twitch and just his knack of finding the quarterback, and he's got every move you could possibly think in his pocket. He can do everything. He's a great player. One of the best ends, edge rusher guys that I got the chance to go against.
Okay,
I liked, by the way. Did you notice? I don't know if you noticed that, but very quietly, Tyler Williams. Well, I was asked that question before, and the real answer was George Kittle. But let me switch it up. So, not only did he insult you, saying like, hey, try to come with an original question, Connor, but then he also gave you an answer that he didn't really mean, because the real answer is the one he said the first one was Kittle, and he's just like, oh, fine, I'll give you the backup answer, Jeremy Shockey.
He said Shockey to Sims at Super Bowl, so I believed him.
Okay.
Yeah, while you guys were sleeping in, somebody has to actually do the work for the show around here. So that's the hard questions. You guys get the rest and the fries.
When you're eating fries at 2:30 in the morning, you can't get your ass out of bed to then like talk to.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we don't need you puking on the top 10 pick of the draft.
We all have roles on this show, right? Lawrence is to accompany me to the taco truck at 2:30 in the morning.
I'd love to hear the role today, actually.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting.
That is Lawrence's role. He's got to be my body guy. You know what I mean?
He's body guy?
Yeah,
bodyguard.
Yeah, let's
bodyguard, body man. It's
Okay.
like bag man,
wingman.
Wingman. Either not wingman, but like I'm married, but like wingman in that go get me some wings. Sure.
Yes, that's kind of where I was going.
I got that role.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, body man.
Body man.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, no,
What
because
do you think of that title? Matthew Berry's Body Man.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, a little strange.
I received it, verbally. Don't accept as a body man. It's something I
can I tell you? No, and I'll say.
Terrific.
So you know what I'm saying? I like to when I get to the off season. Hang on, I'm going to explain this in 1 second.
We'll wait.
Yeah, thanks. When I get to the off season, because it's all football, So when I get to the off season, I like to watch. I pick a show that I binge just for me, just dumb, like whatever, whenever, right? And so like. Previous years like Cobra Kai, whatever.
Sure.
So right now what I am doing is I am rewatching, and because I didn't watch it all, I'm binging West Wing, which is an old, right?
Yeah.
But a brilliant show. By the way, it's fascinating to watch West Wing today, given the current political climate. But anyway, so there's a character on the show that is the president's body man. Like, that's literally like, Charlie, for those that watch, Dulé Hill.
Oh, you talking about the dude who taking bullets.
No, not necessarily. Anyway, it's whatever. My point is, so I've got that phrase in my mind because I've been watching, watching West Wing.
What ruins the West Wing for me is that Sorkin's writing is too good. Like,
it's
human
amazing.
beings don't talk like that, though.
It's amazing.
You don't talk that quickly. You don't come up with witty one-liners. It ruined Frasier as well.
Yeah.
People aren't that clever.
Yeah, I know. But
Anyway,
it's a brilliant show, brilliantly acted, and again, fascinating to watch it given the current political climate
Indeed. All right,
on both sides of the ball.
Let's talk about Tyler Warren.
Yeah.
So to me, Connor, previously there has been thought that tight ends, they take a little bit more to mature and you know, become a superstar until year 2, year 3. But recently we've had these guys come out of the draft like Sam LaPorta, immediately superstar. Brock Bowers, immediately superstar. Do you think that says more about those individual talents or about the way that the league is trending?
I think it's about them. I just think him and Colston Loveland in this draft that are going top 15, top 20, they're just different, right? Yeah, I'm sure we'll get some years where we just don't get guys like this, but we're kind of on a special run right now. LaPorta was a little bit of a surprise, I'll be honest with you. LaPorta was never going in the first round. He obviously didn't. He played a lot of roles at Iowa, but he really fell into the perfect situation and was phenomenal. But
And McBride wasn't considered this level either coming out. Like, people liked him, but he wasn't like...
Right. He wasn't drafted that early.
He wasn't drafted to be one of the top... I mean, he's probably one of the top 3 tight ends in football right now.
And what I'll say about McBride, though, is he was his offense in college. That's so rare. Tyler Warren was his offense in college. Colston Loveland at times was his offense. And obviously Brock Bowers was his offense. Those at college, like the tight end is not the offense. There's a number one wide receiver. There's a running back in a lot of carries, so that makes a difference too. And I think it's something that translates more often than not.
Yep.
Also, too, with Tyler Warren, he's a fifth-year senior player, so that plays into it too. With him specifically, he just played a lot of football.
Right.
He's gotten a lot of reps. As we know, he's played at different positions. He's done it in high school, now done it in college. So he's got a lot of football experience coming into the league.
You know what, a lesson for me out of Brock Bowers and how he performed last year is that Brock Bowers, I think, he slightly slid in drafts because he had this foot thing coming into the season where he's like questionable, and it's like, is he actually, is there something wrong with Brock Bowers? I think you just really have to minimize that stuff because there is just a reasonable chance that it's just going to be nothing if there's a good chance that they can play week 1. And I think that just scared a lot of people off.
He also slipped because they were like, well, they have Devontae Adams and Jacoby Myers. They don't have a great quarterback situation. They have Michael Mayer, so that they'd spent a pick on the year before. And so it's like, there's how many targets is a rookie tight end going to get?
Sure.
And what should be a run-first offense? Because people remember the previous year, over the final 4 games of the year, when Antonio Pierce took over as interim coach, like it was all Zamir White, all Josh Jacobs. They just ran. So you're like, this is going to be a run-heavy, defensive-minded team that have, a couple of guys that earn targets and Myers and Adams. And so how many targets is he going to get from a bad quarterback? And that's somewhat me trying to justify the fact that, like, he was on my preseason hate list and was like my worst call of the year. But that's because, and I thought the lesson there is sometimes you have to just elite talent is elite talent.
Well,
you have to ignore all the stuff around it. And it sounds like you're saying Tyler Warren is that.
Yeah, absolutely is.
Sometimes we overthink it where the simple thing is like Brock Bowers is generational talent coming out.
Yeah.
Everyone agreed on that. He's going to admittedly they had Devontae Adams, but it's not like there are any other superstars on the team to take touches away from him. And he was going as like tight end 10 by the time that drafts were around, which in retrospect seems kind of crazy. But in any case, Tyler Warren will look to emulate Brock Bowers.
I have one last question for you on Tyler Warren before we move off this, Connor. Okay, a lot of people that are watching this play Dynasty, play deep keeper leagues and everything like that. If you were in a super flex tight end premium Dynasty league, which is I think the typical way most people play Dynasty these days, you got Cam Ward, you got Ashton Genty,
Amari
you got
Hampton.
Amari Hampton, you got Tyler Warren, you got Shadir Sanders. Like in a super flex tight end premium rookie Dynasty draft, where does Tyler Warren go for you?
Man, obviously Cam's going to go because he's a quarterback.
Yep.
I don't think Shadir will go before Tyler Warren, honestly. But we'll see where he lands. That could be a big one. Genty and Hampton will go before him as well, for sure. So those 3 players in front of him. Then it's between him and Tet McMillan.
Okay.
Like it really is. Unless we got kind of a curveball where, say, the Browns draft Travis Hunter, and they're like, we actually want Travis Hunter to play as much receiver as possible because Travis is just such a special talent. But we're waiting on that. We don't know. So we're going to have a potential top 5 pick here. And Loveland would be in this conversation as well because he's a phenomenal receiving tight end.
Yep.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotorWorld.com. And I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched. Or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.